Alright, y'all. You know, I don't make these videos every day like I'd like to, but, just when some things happen that I think y'all should be aware of. First things first, I'm driving home, like I normally am. I was at home, I can't make these because the dogs bark too much, and can't make them with the kids because the kids are too loud. So I met with the superintendent at our local school district where my kids go, and hold on. Because they had an event called Back to Blue on the 7th of April. You know, these patriots that are in school, they wanted to show honor towards law enforcement by bringing them donuts or something. And they put up posters in the high school. Well, there's no problem with that with me, you know. But because the damn times we live in, bothers the hell out of the other half of the student body. So I went and talked to the superintendent because he's trying to silence the conservatives or the patriots that are coming up who love our beloved leader, President Donald John Trump. Hooah. Size Army. So he told me that they're gonna try to make student learning neutral, which from a Democrat telling me what he's gonna do, I'll wait to see the process first. So it went all right. I'm not in jail. Didn't go to jail, which is fine. Him and I talked about a lot of things, and he believes in Black Lives Matter and law enforcement. Well, when I told him some facts that, you know, like slavery was started by the Democrats, the KKK was started by the Democrats, the social welfare of 1960 was started by the Democrats, which if anybody doesn't know what that is, as a social work student at the university I go to, we get taught about it in social work. In the 1960s, the Democrats thought they were doing the black community a favor by giving them a government check every month, kind of what we call welfare now. And, you know, but what they didn't tell people that the husbands of these black families could not be in the home. They would do midnight raids, and if the man was found in the home, these families were kicked out on their ass. Sounds, you know, kind of dictatorship, but kind of a good idea type. Make what you want. Well, what they didn't say is what kind of housing they're going to live in. Now, in St. Louis, Missouri, there's a... I'm going to try to find the video. I'm going to post it. What the housing looked like. Like, the plumbing was not what we think it would be. Like, you took a poop and your feces would be either in the apartment below you or you'd be looking at it for a while, which is gross, inhumane, kind of like the border, which I'll get to in a little bit. God, why do I do these when I'm tired? But anyway, we're going to move to Arizona for a second. In Arizona, they're going to be doing an audit starting the 22nd of April at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Now, I'm assuming that's still in Phoenix. Okay. Well, what's going on? And from the sources that I'm reporting from, state that we could tap into the Wi-Fi or into the cameras and watch them do this. Okay, cool, whatever, but you know how people can hack shit and see what you want to see, and they can feed the light. That's what bothers me is you can. If anybody's seen the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves in it, how they play a loop, so the bad guy thinks that they're still on the bus before he blows it up. That's my only drawback to it. All right, so. But now I guess Hillary Clinton and her lawyer are trying to stop this audit. For what reason? Well, I think it's because of, I think we all know what it is. It's FRAUD. Voters. So I guess because the lawyers didn't stop the Senate in Arizona, Mr. Antifa dudes are going to be showing up. So if you live around Arizona, I would just say if you live around Phoenix or in a couple hour drive, I wish I could be there to stand outside and have all my dogs with me to back off Antifa, but I can't because I have finals. Or I'd be there in a heartbeat. So, sorry. So Antifa's going to be there to raise hell and chaos and monkey shit, and we all know what the hell they're doing there. They're going to try to stop, like they did at the state capitol. They're going to try to stop the count and intimidate these people. Well, I got news for them. Well, we ain't backing down and we ain't going nowhere. So that's the news in Arizona. Michigan, they're going to be doing an audit of Antrim County, but what's really cool about this is the other 9 counties, including Wayne County, where Detroit is. The judge ruled that the case wasn't closed, but that he wouldn't recommend the audit in Wayne County yet, unless we find some major evidence in Antrim County, which, awesome. And in these other 8 counties on top of Wayne, because they want to do a control group to see kind of was these machines connected to each other. And from what I've heard is inside the motherboard, Microsoft, now just remember that word, Microsoft, had modems on the motherboard. Kind of like putting a SIM card into your phone so your phone works. So the other thing that I found amazing was that the judge, the defense wanted, or the plaintiff, which is Bill Bailey, his lawyer wanted a copy of the Dominion manual, which you can find online. Well, you could have. Because a lieutenant colonel, when he was going around with Rudy Giuliani, was stating in the manual, these machines can be hooked up to the internet. So they wanted a manual, and I don't know if they're going to get like, oh, these don't hook up to the internet kind of shit. So, I don't know. Georgia, rat's bastard, Secretary of State down there, will only let us do a forensic audit in the images on the machines. But if we find something in Fulton County, we can get the paper. And back in Arizona, sorry, I'm just, if, I guess there's only like 16 counties in the whole state of Arizona. If they find some iffy shit in Arizona, in Maricopa County, it's more of a chance where they can audit the whole state. I have a feeling that once New Hampshire, Michigan, Arizona, I think when Arizona falls, all 7, or Nevada, New Mexico, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, I'm missing one. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona. Okay. So, once all this, I think once Arizona falls, and to show the transparency, we're going to have more audits coming up. The CNN and all this news shit, media on TV won't show you. So follow the Gateway Pundit, because they're finding more information. Like, I think I posted on election night, they found in Pennsylvania alone like 3 different times they switched votes, and it came to like 127,000, 137,000. And overall, like, they had, Pennsylvania had 3 drops, Virginia, Florida both had a drop, Minnesota had 2 drops, and then Georgia had 2. And the total came to 400,000 ballots, right? So what happened was, if we take the numbers that Trump lost by in Georgia and swap the votes around, Trump technically won Georgia. Okay? In Pennsylvania, Trump won. So there's 36 electoral votes, which puts us at 268. And I guarantee you, I didn't look at Virginia, the difference, but I have a feeling that Trump won a lot more than what. I think the Germany map that came out, the 410 to 138 or something, or 128, excuse me, was correct. But I think that, I mean, once all this information gets out, I mean, once the truth is out, I don't see a lot of arrests being made because of power and money. The person I think is all behind this, and I think she dropped some clues to us, even before the election, was Nancy Pelosi. Because she dropped off the clue that we will have a change in administration. Joe Biden will be our president. And then just recently, she stated about the immigration that she believes that Joe Biden, or President Joe Biden, as she corrected herself, is on a good path. Okay? Just kind of telling you that they stated 2 million illegal immigrants by September. Now, if I do my math right, that's 3 months that we haven't accounted for. So, kind of scary. Good news about Iowa. Our governor, Kim Reynolds, said, I think she was one of the first governors to come out and say that we're not accepting illegal immigrants in our state. I know Governor Kristi Noem over in South Dakota did the same thing. I just can't remember who the first governor was. So, like I tell people, educate yourself. Know the background on things. Because when I talked to the superintendent today at our local district, he didn't know about the Black Lives Matter gals taking $2.4 million or whatever she took to buy those 4 houses in predominantly white neighborhoods. He didn't know why. He thought the Georgia laws were voter suppression until I pointed out what California does or what Colorado does. So, and I stood my ground on the 1619 project. I told him, dude, you ain't doing it. It's not happening in the school district. I don't care what the state says. I will go above your head. So, I kind of put him in his place, but a good conversation between him and I. He's a good guy. I mean, I don't know how you can support Black Lives Matter and the police at the same time, but that's his deal, not mine. But just kind of wanted to give you guys all a heads up on what's going on. Keep your heads up. Keep fighting. Because we the people deserve the truth. I mean, you got 80% of Americans who want voter ID. And the Democrats want to go against it. I mean, seriously, who do the Democrats think they work for? Themselves? Or these nuts? The VP, I guess, talked to the Japanese president. Surprise. I have a feeling before Christmas, Camel Toe Harris is going to be in the White House, running the show with crazy old Nancy. I wish there was a way where we could stop it, as we the people could stop. Even if she kind of moves to the 25th Amendment, if we the people could stop it, to keep crazy or dumbass Joe in the White House instead of Camel Toe Harris, I think that would be our best chance to kind of see what's going to go on and how we can stop shit. Because I have a feeling that if Camel Toe Harris and Crazy Nancy are in the White House, I think Nancy's going to try to oust Camel Toe. By the 25th Amendment. So I think her and Chuck Schumer or somebody, I don't know. But like I said, I think Crazy Nancy's behind the January 6th attack. I think she knew what was happening, but then she told them to attack her office to make it look like they were after her. I think it was all set up. I mean, they want to blame Capitol Police. I don't think it was just on them. I think it was everybody involved. Because President Trump did state that he wanted 10,000 troops of the National Guard at the Capitol building. But they denied the order. So I think it's Secretary of Defense, the FBI, all the acronyms, the Sergeant at Arms for both the House and the Senate, and Capitol Police, the Metro Police there in D.C., the mayor, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. I think a lot of people were in on it. I just don't think that they're all going to end up going to prison like they should. I mean, Biden said that he's been talking to Obama about his decision, and Bush about what he's going to do. So I don't think it's Joe Biden actually like, hey, let's do this. I mean, you got Camel Toe Harris watching over him like a school kid doing homework. I mean, but those are just my thoughts and the information I can provide you. Like I said, guys, stay safe. Keep fighting. Punch back when you punch back, use facts, not your fist. I'm not going to incite violence because I don't think we need it. I do think, though, if it gets further and further down the road, the country might be looking at a civil war. Number 2. I pray to God it doesn't happen that way. Like I said, sorry for yakking for about 20 minutes. Y'all have a good night.